Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Stranger Days, and I'm a gamer. I have been a gamer my whole life. That's never going to change. It's never going to go away. I mean, if Black Mirror, that episode San Junipero, could be a reality and to upload my consciousness into a digital space, I would want it to kind of be like Wreck-It Ralph 2, just with a lot more pornography. That being said, I am interested in gaming related events or gaming related situations, but this kind of boggles my mind. Popping up today was an announcement that Atari is going to be releasing a series, building, constructing, releasing a series of Atari themed hotels in different parts of the country. And they're breaking ground in 2020 in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona, the hotbed of gaming paraphernalia and gaming companies and gaming culture. Phoenix of all freaking places. But let's find out more, shall we? So, according to comicbook.com here, they say that in a somewhat strange turn of events, it would appear that there could be several officially licensed Atari branded hotels up and running in the next several years. Atari has announced that the company has struck a licensing agreement with GSD Group and the real estate developer True North Studio for the development of a bunch of Atari branded hotels in several locations. Now, it's important to note that the licensing agreement appears to be done and signed, and there's seemingly no timeline as to when exactly any of these hotels might be operational, but they are going to do the first one in Phoenix, which is set to break ground this year. And other planned locations are Austin, Chicago, Denver, Vegas, San Francisco, San Jose, and Seattle. So then there's even a website where they have a nice handy dandy press release saying Atari announces world-class video game themed Atari hotels. I mean, look, we're not in the 1980s anymore. Atari isn't a thing anymore. Atari is not the kind of brand that can ever really come back. I'm sorry, it's true. I'm not trying to crap on Atari. Certain things like TurboGrafx 16, they have their place in time, like the Neo Geo. They have their place in time, the Virtual Boy. They've all got their places where they are known, and that's where they stay, and that's fine. And we can go back and enjoy them, but trying to make Atari cool again is not going to happen because this isn't a resurgence of Atari being a console, right? This isn't like another Atari Jaguar. This is all about licensing and trying to create an experience for gamers. I look, I know nostalgia plays a big factor in a lot of the stuff, but do you really want to go to an Atari hotel? I mean, I would go check it out, but I don't know. Anyway, it says here that Atari, one of the world's most iconic consumer brands and entertainment producers, really? I mean, it's iconic, but is it? I mean, they didn't say leading, thank God. Today announced a deal with the GSD Group, a leading innovation and strategy agency led by founder Shelley Murphy and partner Napoleon Smith III, who is a producer on such films like TMNT, things like that, right? To acquire the rights to build a video game themed Atari hotels in the United States, with the first location being in Phoenix. Atari, a trailblazer in the gaming industry, is pioneering an exciting new concept, a unique lodging experience combining the iconic brand with one of a kind video game themed destination. Atari hotels level up the hotel entertainment with fully immersive experiences for every age and gaming ability, including the latest in VR and AR. Select hotels will also feature state-of-the-art venues and studios to accommodate esports events. Now, that paragraph right there tells you everything you need to know about the Atari hotels, which essentially is just this. They're venues for esports events, right? They're venues for any of those kind of events people want to host. Oh, well, let's host this Fortnite tournament at an Atari hotel. Why not move Evo out of Las Vegas and put it in an Atari hotel? Why not do this? Hold a convention, that's the whole thing. Now, granted, look, gaming is $100+ billion a year industry, 100%. But it's not moving into this kind of tourism. Not yet. Not yet, but I believe there's a valid, I don't say valid reason, but there is definitely a reason why they are doing that, why they're moving away, or why they're moving in this direction. And I think a lot of it has to do with like Universal Studios, which just announced last week that Super Nintendo Land is going to be coming to their new 750 100,000 square acre expansion for Universal Studios in Orlando. So they're going to be doing a Super Nintendo land. I believe Shanghai, Universal Shanghai or Seoul or something is going to do more Super Nintendo stuff. They're doing these Nintendo lands as a way to get people to go to these parks because that is a draw. Nintendo is an ongoing brand with a lot of popularity. I mean, it's still big. Atari is not big. This is why I think they just licensed it for pennies on the dollar. Nothing about this makes any sense to me. It's like, who would have thought that when it comes to trying to pimp nostalgia, that you'd want to go to an Atari themed hotel? I know again, I would go and check it out. I would go if there was an event there. Yeah, sure. I'd stay at the event. Like, it wouldn't be something I would go out of my way to go and do. But if it was part of another event, then maybe. Like if they put one in Los Angeles and it was right next to the convention center and I could go to stay there and then go to E3, yeah, that would make sense because I'm already there for something gaming related. But if GameStop can't survive in this marketplace, why do they think that Atari themed hotels are going to do it? Do they really think that parents who are now entering into the middle chapter of their life, that are kind of entering into their own, midlife crisis, are going to want to go back and relive the days of the Atari? Are they gonna have Atari themed rooms? I want to know which room is gonna be Custer's Revenge. Is that going to be the honeymoon suite? Which one's going to be the ET landfill one? Because that right now in current pop culture, the ET landfill is literally the only thing associated with Atari that is even remotely interesting. Otherwise, it's nothing. And look, you might be one of those people out there that are like, what? No, I mean, come on, Atari can be kind of cool. Nostalgia's kind of cool. I mean, what about Atari at this point has done anything in the last 15, 20 years that you've even given a crap about? Like, remember when the Atari brand was purchased by Infogrames, a French company, which then just adopted the moniker completely? They put out that Enter the Matrix game and a few other games under the Atari brand, hoping that the nostalgia from the early 2000s of the 80s were going to come into play, and it didn't work out. What makes you think this is going to happen now? Now, granted, the virtual reality, augmented reality stuff is pretty cool. I mean, depending on what it is they're going to do with that. And it is something that's in line with what I've been talking about in regards to these kind of immersive experiences in hotels. So Disney is getting ready to release, I think in the next year and a half or so, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser hotel experience. It's literally a 4-day immersive Star Wars getaway where you basically, there's no windows, you travel to a galactic star cruiser, and that's your vacation. There's a whole bunch of immersive cast members and lightsaber training and things like that. And that's going to be really expensive, and it's going to be pretty cool. And I would make my way to Orlando for that one. But see, to me, that's what I'm talking about here, is when you think about this, when you think about going into Atari, do you want that? Like, does it even remotely bring up any kind of feelings of excitement? Probably not. It might bring up a couple feelings of nostalgia and the occasional, oh, that might be cool. But other than that, this is just going to be another one of those attempts to profit off of the gaming culture without absolutely understanding where it's at now and why it has gotten as big as it is. Trying to go back 30 to 40 years in order to play up that particular mindset is only going to bite them square in the ass. And that's just my thoughts on it. But I will say, though, that this particular design layout is kind of cool. I like the look of the hotel. I do. I like the look of the hotel. And again, I would go stay in it if I had a reason to. But for right now, I don't. But I put it to you. Your thoughts on this, your opinions. Do you think that this hotel would be cool for you? Not cool for you? I want to hear. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys made it this far, do me a solid, type Atari into the comments so I know you guys made it. And if you guys want to help support the channel, one of the best ways to do that would simply be to
turn off that pesky ad block.
That's right, guys. Turn off that pesky ad block because right now, YouTube is a goddamn shit show. And I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day and peace out.